Teenage fighting food dudes, teenage fighting food dudes. So, I have this comic, and I think a little bit of backstory is needed before I review this. So, you guys know that YouTuber Chadtronic? He does like reaction videos and he does toy reviews and various other weird stuff on his channel. He announced not too long ago that he started a production company, I guess. Yojoyco, there's the logo right there. And he announced that this is going to be their very first intellectual property, which is, I guess, a comic series, and I guess they're hoping to turn it into a bunch of other things. So they finally released one of the comics, and I got a hold of one, and apparently the first 500 purchases get an autographed copy, and I actually was lucky enough to get an autographed one. There's Chad's signature as well as the artist of the comic, Brian Ferreira? I think that's Ferreira. I'm not really good at interpreting signatures. His name is on the inside. We'll look at that in a minute. Also, I have another autographed comic to add to my collection of autographed comics, which I've been meaning to do a video on. I just gotta dig them out of their box. So, I figured, why not take a look at this? Normally, if it's a comic I buy myself, I usually reserve it for Patreon. But I'll make an exception in this case because it's it's a YouTuber who really, is trying to make it big and create something, and I myself have aspirations for that, so I feel making this video public is kind of the right thing to do. So, Teenage Fighting Food Dudes, this is what you get when you cross Ninja Turtles with Attack of the Killer Tomatoes plus Street Sharks and Extreme Dinosaurs and that all those cartoons from the 90s that were like giant muscly anthropomorphic crime fighting creatures. I gotta admit, I do really enjoy this era of cartoons. I really gotta review more of these. So, because this is brand new, I'm not gonna show a whole lot of what's inside because I'm sure they're trying to sell these. So we'll just take a quick look. It's Brian Ferrar. There, I was kind of close. So the first thing I have to do is give credit to the artwork. It looks fantastic. They did a really good, well, he did a really good job, rather, of mimicking, the look and style of a lot of the 90s cartoons. And it looks really good. There's a lot of surprising detail and shading in these characters. I think this comic looks great. I have seen professionally done mainstream comics that don't look as good as this, so major points to the artwork. And there's some pretty good action in this comic for being a first issue. This is basically just setting up who the teenage fighting food dudes are and their whole origin story. Chad did a video going into detail on that. But it looks really good. There's a car chase here that looks fantastic, and there's a lot of jokes and a lot of in-jokes too. Like I did immediately, as soon as I saw this, I kind of busted out laughing because the food dudes, they're like a rock band, and they're doing a concert. And there's a scene. Look, there he is. There's Chad. He wrote himself into his comic. Well, at least it's just, a cameo. He didn't, make himself the main character and give himself all of the superpowers. So, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Again, really good artwork. There's the villain. He's this creepy clown guy who runs a fast food restaurant. They even make a little joke about that there. Again, I don't want to give away too much, but it's basically just an introduction to the characters and what the story and the villain and what this is all about. The villains, by the way, let me find a page where they show up. I think it's after. Yeah, there they go. It's like a burger and a guy made of fries. And when I saw this, I immediately thought of in the 80s there was this really stupid toy line called Food Fighters, and they were like living food items, and they had like muscly human arms and legs, and they had faces and helmets and stuff. It was dumb. It was absolutely dumb. But yeah, this is this is what the bad guys are. So it's basically the healthy food versus the junk food, I'm assuming. And here you see a nice little splash page with all the characters. There's bios for each of them. And they have a page here with all kinds of merchandise that they either have out now or I guess they're planning. I know this poster right here is already available on Amazon, so you can pick up one of those if you really like it. Again, the artwork is really, really nice. The poster looks like it's worth owning. And they have a figure which is coming soon. Chad actually had this in his video, and the figure looks real quality too. Like I'm curious to know how that was made. I don't know. Maybe they 3D printed it, or they had somebody make a professional mold or something. But yeah, it looks really nice. It's big too. It's God, it's got to be like a 10-inch figure, I want to say, just as an estimate. But oh, it's right there, 8 inches. Dang, again, I was really close. But yeah, this is their first, outing for this. Second issue apparently will be out soon. There's the big tomato guy. There's Chad and there's Brian, the two guys that put this together. Yeah, this is not bad. This is a nice little thing if you like this era of cartoons back during the Street Shark era when everybody tried to be like Ninja Turtles. But yeah, not bad. It's I think $4 on Amazon, which is pretty typical for a comic nowadays. I know a lot of new comics are roughly $3, $4, $5, so that's fair enough. Not like back in my day when comics were, 75 cents to $1. Ugh. Give me back those days, please. But yeah, that is Teenage Fighting Food Dudes. Not a bad start for something that they want to produce. And, whenever I see a YouTuber trying to do this, I feel it's, the right thing to do is to try and help them in any way I can. I did really like this comic. I think a lot of people will really like it, and I hopefully, hopefully I can be as lucky as these guys one day and make something else. But I don't got that YouTube money, so I gotta be patient, I guess. Hey Chad, in the off chance you're gonna be watching this, if you want a pitch for another Yo Joico property, hit me up. I got them. I have many ideas that nobody will ever hear because nobody watches my videos. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been meaning to do more comics again. I say that every time I stop reviewing comics. I actually have a small stack of comics over there that are lined up to be reviewed. Some for regular reviews, some for Patreon. I actually have somebody that sent me one of their indie comics for a review, and I've been unfortunately kind of sitting on it for a while, but hopefully I will get to it real soon. I've just been busy with other things. You know how it goes. But yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later. And hopefully we'll have more comics in the future.